Welcome to Peden Stadium, Athens, Ohio, home to the Bobcats of Ohio U. We're looking forward to a full house and a terrific game in this one. And the Zips will kick it away to start us off. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Bobcats offense will start this game off. This has an old-school feel to it as this running back makes his way onto the field and all eyes are fixed. They are glued on him.
Yeah, the old school, because nowadays it's usually quarterbacks and the other guys that get all the attention, but this guy's so good. He is the focal point. He's the guy everybody's looking to. He's the tone setter. He's the physical bell cow for this team. He will get the rock early and often.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Past the first down marker and still running. And he's out of bounds after a terrific run and a nice pickup. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the right. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
And the quarterback is snowed under.
And that is an all-too-familiar sight. Listen, this team won last week, but they gave up 4 sacks. They got to protect this young man early in this game. Don't set the tone, and let's not go back to last week.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Safe completion on the screen. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down. The Bobcats decide to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And that is how a punter helps out his defense, pinning them deep in their own territory. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They'll try the run. Found a little space. He'll pick up 6 of the 14 as they have room to operate.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy, run the ball up the middle. Physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, what they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the 4th quarter.
And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the 1st down. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the 1st.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. He'll pull it on the read. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Zips have their offense in high gear. They'll give it to the back. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Now on 2nd and short after the 1st down completion. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On third and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. And the Zips will have it 1st and 10. Going to try to get it himself. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
Yeah, I tell you what, when you start a game in the first quarter and you show me I will run my quarterback like you did here, it makes me defend the whole field. It makes me a lot more nervous. You can tell this quarterback.
Touchdown, Akron! What a catch and run for 6. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Ohio U ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Wide open downfield. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. And the Bobcats want to pick up the tempo.
If I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Offense in the hurry up. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Quickly out to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the 1st down on 3rd and long. Dumps it to the back. Caught over the middle. It's Walters. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Now the play fake. It falls incomplete, and that'll do it for the quarter. At the end of the quarter, guys, it's Akron holding the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Here we go. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Got it! And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
Trying to run it in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Ohio!
And how about this offense? A big situation on 4th and goal, and you trust your running back. You trust your offensive line. You trust the physicality of this unit, and they reward that trust, and they punch it in for 6.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Akron has it back, ready to send that offense back onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Might as well give it to him again. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They've got him looking to run, but they're going to throw it quickly to the tight end. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd down.
He's looking to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
It's amazing in college football, the tight end position and how much has changed. Back in the day, you're a blocking guy, maybe you catch a flat route. Today, these guys have athleticism, and you just saw it from that dude.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Zips.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Ohio U offense returns to the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. The Bobcats in the hurry up. Going up top on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Hurst. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. Here comes the hurry up. Power football with the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Walters. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. He knew the heat was coming. He had to get rid of it in a hurry, and he did so beautifully.
Perfect. I don't need a big gain. I don't need to hold on to this football because the longer I hold on to it with the blitz coming, the worse things are going to happen. I just need a few yards for the first down, get it out of my hand, get the first down.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at 2nd down. got it behind the line. It's Carter. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. And the Bobcats will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And there will be no return on this one, and he can't get it out of bounds. The ball will come out to the 20. The Zips take over in Akron, ready to get that offense to work. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. He lobs one high down the left side. It's complete. A huge pickup. Touchdown, Akron. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Ohio takes over. The Bobcat offense heads to the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. If you're down in the game, there's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really, really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. A new set of downs after the completion. Looking to move it through the air. Makes the catch. It's Hurts. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. He'll take that completion.
And guys with the empty backfield on 2nd and short, might they take a shot here? Quick completion on the out route. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. The Bobcats will snap it on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Fires to the big fella. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Got it! And he's into the end zone! Touchdown, Bobcats!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Akron has it back, ready to send that offense back onto the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Going downfield for the big play. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
Smart offensive coordinators, they're going to throw deep balls, especially those 50-50 balls you hear about all the time. My wide receiver is better than your DB. Well, not on this play.
The throw. Zings it complete to the right. Turns it on in midfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it
picked off. Trying to take it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not to give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Keller. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Ohio!
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. We trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Handoff from the gun. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Picks up 3. Brings up 2nd down.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Athens, Ohio for an entertaining first half than you? Here's a quick recap.
And the Bobcats will line up to kick off and start the second half. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Zips take over in Akron, ready to get that offense to work. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. He's got his man. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
The Zips have this offense rolling. They'll throw it on 1st down. Finds his big tight end. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Setting up the screen. There to make the stop, but they use the back in the passing game and pick up the 1st down.
Man, a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
Leaves it with the back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32. A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. There's a live football. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? And the Zips will snap it on 1st and 10. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else.
Not a lot of daylight there. Let's give him one to the 14. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance when you got that 300-plus pound.
Touchdown, Zips! They look finished, but they're all the way back, and they have the lead.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Ohio U ready to go back to work on offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game. So,
what a snag by the defense. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They go to the ground. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Finds the tight end. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a 1st down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the 1st down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come open.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
And he's going to be stopped just short of the 1st down. He tried to get it on his own. Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a 2nd time. They'll try to pick up the 1st. Touchdown, Akron! And they take it in for 6 more points. And they stay on target with the extra point, up 35-21. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Ohio U offense defense returns to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Bobcats will hustle to the line. The give to the tailback. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. And they can't make the connection. And the Bobcats will send out the punt unit.
Number 12, on to punt.
Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. At the end of the quarter, guys, it's Akron holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. First down to start the drive after the bridge. They'll run it out of the shotgun. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3.
You know, every running back thinks about the 100-yard barrier every time they take the field. And this guy, I know he's got it in his mind. He might be the only one in the stadium right now that knows he's got 97 yards rushing here in the fourth quarter. You know he is begging his coach just for one more carry to get that mark.
Finds a soft spot in the middle. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain. Second down coming up.
Second down.
To the ground with the back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Didn't find a single crack to run through on the last 2 plays. Let's see if they go up top on 3rd and 10. He hurls one deep down the left side. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? The Zips will bring the punt team onto the field. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. First down for this offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Catch in the middle, it's Lawrence.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
They'll run it from the gun. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Bobcats headed quickly to the line. Out of the gun, the inside give. At the 45, on his way. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. leaves it with his back. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And that ball is picked off. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we could put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
False start. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on second down. They'll leave it with him. Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line. And after that last run, we'll see if they keep it on the ground on third. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. And the Zips line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Looking for a block. It's Walters. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Ohio takes over. The Bobcat offense heads to the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you've got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, he'll let it fly. What a job to lay out and make the catch. You know this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions on that one.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. It's third down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Touchdown, Bobcats! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We've got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
Akron has it back, ready to send that offense back onto the field. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive, Reese. Productive at this point in the game is running the clock, and getting first down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage, probably getting blitz, that's going to be into a small window. It is not easy to execute in this situation of the game.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Wouldn't be surprised to see them go right back to the run on second down and maybe put this thing away. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Zips come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. Some really tough running there gets him to the 45-yard line.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through him.
False start, offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Line getting set on second down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Got room at the 35. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. The quarterback takes a knee. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. And that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game. David, this was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses in this game. It was no different.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation.